Hey, everybody. It's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie. And thank you all for joining me. Thanks to all the early birds who came on well before I got started. And today we are going to be making some paper clips out of various die cuts. And I always suggest that if these are the type of videos that you like and love, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you'll know when we go live as well. So how is everyone doing today? I hope you're doing good. Our week is starting to wind down. I can't believe it is Thursday already. But I always look forward to the weekend, even though I work at home. But there's something about the weekend that, is special. So I'm looking forward to the weekend as well. Thanks for coming on Crafty Cat Incorporated. I like that name, Crafty Cat. Yes, this was a fun project. I actually did a few paper clips already. And let me see if I can find some here that I did. Here's one that I did with a butterfly and a button. So it has like a little hanging little doohickey off of it. And then I just did like some simple butterflies as well. They're stuck in here someplace. Just some simple oh, that's the same butterfly. Some simple butterflies here, like that one. And he actually has a hole so I can stick a little dangly thing on him too. And I'm going to show you how to make that, I think. I think I have everything up here so I can show you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I pulled out like a few things because I didn't really know where I was going to be going with this particular project here. I got all my gazillion paper clips here, so I can use those as well. Excuse me. So I'm going to show you how I kind of did the paper clips, these paper clips right here, because they all kind of have a little bit of a design on them. So you'll see like this one. Let's see if we can get yeah. Let me manually do the focus on here, because my focus is kind of wacky. It only wants to work when it wants to work. There we go. So you can see him, and he also has like that little hole there. And again, I'll show you how to make that. And then this one is already a paper clip, and it has a little hole in there too, so you can hang things off of. So I'm just going to show you. I actually kind of designed these. They were, I won't say they were plain die cuts. They were die cuts made from crafting paper. And then I zhuzhed them up a little bit. You can see him. So they're all very unique and not plain anymore. And so I'll show you. See, they kind of started out just like plain little die cuts, like that and like that. And then after I got done with them, I just used some markers. And you could actually use, like, you don't even need any expensive markers or anything, because I don't have any expensive markers. But you just want something that's gonna kind of stay. So I made all of my little butterflies quite unique. And I thought these would be very good paper clips. Here's one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I zhuzhed them up first, and then we'll go into the paper clips. So I'll just do a few. Let me pull out. Let's pull out some of these. Let's see what we want here for our paper clips. We'll use that one, and we'll use that one, and that. We'll do like 3 of them, and then we can keep it moving. So of course you can use any kind of die cuts you want. I actually pulled out a few other die cuts that I already had. So let's see. Let's set that one over to the side, and I have some mason jars. I haven't made any paper clips with these yet, so this will be interesting. I don't know how that's going to come out. And then I also have a few little hearts that are in that same paper. Oh, let me take my jacket off because I got warm all of a sudden. I was cool in here, even though I'm down in Florida, you know, with the air conditioning on. Sometimes I'm cool and sometimes I'm hot. All right, so I'm going to take out some, I'm going to try some of these markers that I got. And I picked these up at Ross, and these are some dual tip markers. So let's see how these are going to look. I also used, let's see, I have some gel pens, so I used some of the gel pens also. Look at all those lovely colors. This is just one container. Where's my other container? And here's my, I have like a whole big old set of these. So these are all of my gel pens. Well, you can see them better from there. Else I'll just pour everything down. Let's see. Let's move it this way. And let's put this over here so it won't be in the light. So I'm going to try to do, I'm kind of winging it a little bit today, but you know, it's okay. I don't know if these colors are gonna, no, that's red. We don't want red. All right. Hi, Brenda. Okay, so these are some alcohol markers. Again, I got these like at Ross. So this is supposed to be, let me put my eyeballs on. What color is this? It says Azalea Purple. So this is supposed to be a purple. And it's a dual tip. So it has like the, you're ready to learn, Brenda? So it has like the tip here on the end. And then the other end is a fat end. But we're not going to use that end. We're going to use this one. And I'm just going to outline this. Wish me luck, because, you know, I'm no artist. But I'm going to try to give it a nice outline. And see how that works out. I can usually outline things pretty good, but, you know, since I'm on with you all, I don't know. I don't know how the outline's going to go. But we're not looking for perfection anyway. So we got our outline, and then let's do our top of our jar here. I'm gonna do some little squiggly lines. And that essentially is our mason jar. Hey, LL. Thanks for joining me, LL. Haven't seen you in a while. All right, so just a little rustic kind of a mason jar. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave him the way he is, and then we're gonna add like maybe some lace or something to him also. So I think on this one, what I'm gonna do is put this yellow background on here, and I'm just going to eyeball the cuts on this, because you know you can make your paper clip any kind of way you want to. And it's going to be a kind of a big paper clip, but that's okay. We want it to be seen anyway. And I'm going to also, let me get my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. And I tried to put the links to the supplies that I'm using in the description as well. So if you're looking for something, you can get it there. There's also a listing over at the Etsy shop for the mason jars. So you can get those there also. If you don't have a way to cut it, I can cut it for you. Now I am going to take some of the vintage photo and go around these doohickeys so they can have like a nice little frame. Now I do want to say this is not really a tutorial, but I'm glad you all are on here with me, and I'll try to explain what I'm doing just in case you want to do it too. so when we put that vintage photo on, things are not as bright. So I don't want it to be like jump off the page bright. But sometimes, you know, you may want your stuff to jump off the page. All right, that has a very nice edge to it. Now, what I think I would like to do too still, because it's still a bit quite plain, so we can do a few more things. I'm gonna play around with the gel pens. Let me pick a pink, and I'm gonna color over one of these color blocks on here and see how it looks. I know a gel pen isn't really like a coloring in tool, but I think I can make it work. Because I want to make the block kind of shiny. Shiny is nice without too much glitteriness. Alright, I know that might be hard to see on the camera, but let's see if we bring it up so you can see where I kind of colored in right there. That one. Let's see, I'm going to play around with putting some fabrics on here too. I don't know, I'm just going to keep working with it until I get what I want. So if you are new to the channel and you're wondering what the heck is a Project 20, well, Project 20 is where I attempt to make 20 pieces of ephemera a day so that I can have like enough ephemera for my projects where it won't slow me down when I'm making the books. So that's what the Project 20 is all about. Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 20 on the camera today, but I should be able to bust 20 of these out pretty easily. So, shall we put that on there like that? I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I'm not doing any sewing today. Hi, Wendy. Oh, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Because that's what we're going for. We want to be de-stressed. We don't want to be stressed in this process. We want to make everything nice and easy. So I am going to, let's see. I have like some little pieces of scraps left over for some other projects, so I can use some of those too. So I think this just needs one more little piece, and I think it will be okay. I don't want to cover the whole jar up. Just put it maybe like on the side over here. I thought about putting like a button on here. Hey Rachel. But I changed my mind about the buttons because if it's going into a journal, I don't want it to be too bulky. So that meant no buttons for... It's already going to have a little bit of bulk with the paper clip. I'm always a little bit slow on these projects, so I hope you all will forgive me. But I always say things are easy when you're not rushing. So now I'm just going to take my my paper clip, my tiny attacher here, and attach everything together. All in one fell swoop. Ta-ta! Why don't we put one more in there just for decoration. Okay, so that's good for me. That's one. So I'm going to make the fronts and then I'll show you how we're going to do the back. So that's one down. So we have a little mason jar. And I did this one earlier and I just used one of the butterflies that I made. And then also just put some lace behind it. So, and you can see these are pretty big, so you don't have to make your paper clips this big. And maybe I'll make some smaller ones too, because I have a small piece right here I use. And let's see, I'm going to show you how I did like this background. I have some music pages over here. Here's a piece of the music pages, and I wanted them to be just a little bit sturdier than the music page itself. So I used one of my index cards here, and and you can like collage some things on. Let's try a little bit of collaging, because you know what? I haven't done that. Let me just find some pieces that I can collage onto this paper, and then we'll cut it. I just truly took some scraps out. Let's see, I also did some cleaning up around my desk, so things that are normally here are not now. All right, I'm just gonna use this magazine so I can lay some glue down. We'll put those over to the side. I'll put you back in here. And I'm just using some regular washable school glue, disappearing purple, because if you've been watching me, you know how much I love the purple glue. And I'm going to just put some onto my index card here, giving the edges some love, because I also love to give my edges love. And we'll put the music page here. And I'm going to make this collage real easy. We got some little bow ties here. Make sure I utilize my trash can today instead of just leaving the trash on the desk, because I've been known to do that too. Let's put this here. I definitely haven't collaged in the presence of a live audience before, so this is going to be interesting. All right, let's see. What else do we have up here that we could use? You know what? I'm going to try to use some of these little pieces of fabric that I have here also. I'm not really giving it any thought. I'm just going for it. She's just going for it. This almost looks like a napkin, but it's not. It's not a napkin. And let's see, we just need maybe like a little more fabric or something. We'll put this little piece here. See how this works out for us. Oh no, that's not gonna stick well. It came right up. We'll just use another piece of, nope, not that one. Use a little piece of this yellow. That should do the twick. And I guess optimally it would be great if you let this dry. But, you know, I don't think we're going to do that. All right. Now, we have kind of like an instant background. I don't know how this is going to work out because, again, we're winging it. It's a wing it kind of day. Just trying to give it just a little bit of time here. And then, I don't know how I want to cut this. That's just what I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna cut the extra off. Now, if I left this alone and let it dry good, it would be perfect. But we can't wait. We don't have that kind of time. Excuse me. Okay, so now let me just set this to the side for a moment and let's get one of our butterflies. Now this butterfly here, I am going to try the gel pen on, like a little baby blue here. And let's do a little bit of a rustic outline. Because I've been into the outlining. Because you know, butterflies, they have to have their own little uniqueness. So we're going to give our butterfly some uniqueness. Yeah, I've been working today. I was so tired. I didn't know if I was going to come on today or not. I had to make myself come on. I'm like exhausted. But I guess you're never too exhausted to to do some crafting. It's like you find the energy that you need. Okay, let's go down so y'all can see what I'm doing. So you can see I outlined this little fella. Make sure we're clear with the blue. And I'm gonna just draw some lines here. So because you know, he has to have that moth kind of look to it. And I'm gonna pick another color. We'll see how this pink looks. And kind of color this in. So we get to get our coloring in too. And I'm not really worried that much about going outside the lines or anything like that. We'll just think of this as a furry butterfly. And I'm gonna pick like a gold color to kind of finish her off. It's hard to see, but that's really gold. Ooh, this butterfly has some bling. I like that. And we can go even a little further. I'm gonna take this silver, and these are all just regular gel pens. So if you got some gel pens, you can really get it. And I'm just gonna do some dots here. Because you know, butterflies, they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. And I'm going to take this blue because I don't feel like it's enough. Got to go overboard. And we'll go around the dots with the blue. Got to hold the pen a certain way. I'm trying not to hit the camera, because I have the camera way down today so you can see what I'm doing. And that's our butterfly. Yay, butterfly complete. And I'm still going to just go really lightly around the edges with the vintage photo. Let me go up some, or else I'm going to be hitting the camera. Let me get our focus back together. Okay. And I just want to make sure, you know, we don't have like a lot of white edges showing. That's the purpose of the vintage photo. And to keep it, knock that back a little bit. Okay, so now that butterfly is done. So let's give him a background. So that's a nice background. Turn the autofocus off because it likes to keep going in and out. So we'll put him on here, and he'll be a little bit smaller than the other ones that we made, but I like this a lot. And I don't think it needs anything else really. I don't even think it needs like any lace or anything. I just like the look of this little fella. Let's put this lace on the top. Oh, let's see. I'm going to use this aqua glue, Tombow aqua glue. Let's see how this comes out. Wait a minute, before I do that, I'm going to round the edges. So I'm going to take my We Are Memory Keepers. I'm using the 1/4 of an inch corner, so it'll be kind of a small corner, not a humongous one. And then I think I'm going to go that way instead. Alright, let's just put a little glue across the top. Just a little bit. One thing that I was doing today was trying to organize all these little bits and pieces of stuff. Oh my goodness. I have a very, very bad habit when I get done crafting and I want to clean my desk off. Certain things go into the correct spot, like the scissors go back where it's supposed to go, the glues go back, but like all the little papers and stuff usually goes in a bin or a box. And I say I'm gonna go back and organize it, and then I wait, and then it's just stuff everywhere. Well, you know what? Maybe I should just staple it. Then I don't have to worry about it moving. Yeah, I'm just gonna staple it, and that will ensure that it will stay on. I'm trying to be minimalist here. Cut, and I'm using my pinking shears as well, so the edges won't be like a super straight cut. And I should have had like a dark surface behind this so y'all could really see what I'm doing. But I think you get the gist. I think you get it. You get it. Uh-oh. See, this is not dry. Oops. Gotta give it some time to dry, because that's a wet glue that I used. Alright. And then, alright, butterfly time. I'm just gonna go right down the middle of the butterfly. Blammo. I always like to bend the butterfly wings up though, so it'll have like some dimension. Isn't that cool? That's pretty. So that'll be a nice paper clip. So now we have 2. We got 3, and I only made 1 ahead of time. So this is the one that I made ahead of time. See, it has the paper clip on it already. Alright, let's make another one. We'll do a few of these before. Oh, I told you I was going to show you how I did this little hole doohickey too, because I wanted to do like a small hole on here, but I don't have a grommet that would fit that. So this is what I did. I just took my We Are Memory Keepers eyelet setter, or whatever it is. Doohickey is my favorite word these days. And I used the 1/8 of an inch holes, 1/8 here, and then this is 3/16. So we're using the 1/8 hole here. You can see where it's at there. And I punched my hole. I'm trying to make sure it's just one. I'm going to punch my hole here, and you'll see why we're going to do this. And then technically I could leave this hole just like this, but I wanted it to have a little bit of strength. So what I did next was I took some of the Aleene's tacky glue, and if you use like the one that has the big nozzle on it, this wouldn't work. So this one has like a small nozzle and it needs to be cleaned off, but I think I can do this without cleaning it off. And I'll just make sure there's a little dot of glue coming out. You can see. And then I'm just going to go around that hole. Like really easily. Uh-oh, I think I got too much glue. Hold on, y'all. I got one paper towel on my desk. Because I didn't bring my rag over here. Wait, let me just clean this off. So she can see what she's doing. Okay. Now I'm going to take this. And I'm just going to bring just not even a lot of glue out, just a little bit. And I'm going to go around the hole. I'm concentrating. There we go. So I'll show you. So, and then I just use my nail, and I mean, if you have a tool, it's not that much glue on here. Just make sure that the glue is not all cray-cray. So then, if you do this method, then you have to wait until it dries. So this will take a little bit of time to dry. So it looks like that. And I'll just put that over to the side, and then that's going to dry. And then what I do, so this is one that I did already, and I use that little hole method. Let me get the focus here. I use right there, and I did the hole, and I put the glue around, and you can see it's really quite neat. You can't tell. It looks like a grommet. And then I think I brought my pins over here. And then the only thing I did was I stuck a garment pin into the hole here, and I put a little button on there, so we'll have like a little bit of a dangle on there. Isn't that kind of cool? So you can do some of them that way, where you can hang something off of those also. So let's do another one. And this time I'm going to use one of these pink price tags, and these are in the shop as well. And I'm going to use one of, I like to have a little bit of a contrast when I'm doing this. And I think I'm going to use this one here. And let me zhuzh this up just a little bit. I know this is a slow process when you're watching me, right? Like, what are you doing, Lizzie? Just get to it. That's because we're winging it. We're winging it. And I'm not trying to like grunge it up too much. It's already a little grungy. I'm just trying to make sure that the edges, they're so white when you cut it. You can really see it. I mean, I can see it. I don't know if you all can see it. And then I'm going to take one of my pens and do a little bit more coloring in on this. It's pink, so it's hard to see. And how about some green? And I think on some of these I used my alcohol markers also. So what are you all working on today? Are you working on your Project 20? Roberta's been sending me photos. Her stuff is beautiful. All right, and then I'm gonna get this a little coloring in. Okay, that looks good to me. So this is what this one looks like. That's what it looks like. And actually the colors are a bit lighter than they come out on the screen. And I'm going to put these two together. And really I could just do a paper clip with just this. What if I do it that way? Like, I don't really need that hole right there. Do the paper clip like that. Or like that. It looks more balanced this way. Oh, Mr. Focus. I don't know. She's thinking about it. Okay. What else could I do with that one? Let's kind of do kind of a mini collage here. Because I had this piece of music page, and actually it already has the index card on the back of it. So I'm going to put these together. And I'm going to staple it just like that. I'm trying to use minimal materials to do this. So that's what that one looks like. And I think that is good enough. And I think I'm going to leave it squared off like that too. I like it. Okay, so that goes into the pile. Let me give his wings dimension. Although once they go into the book, they're probably going to get flattened out a bit, but you know. I like the butterflies. And okay, I have some other items. When I was trying to separate things. This is from one of the romance packs. That's it at Pleasant Creations as well. And let's use some of these. I like that flower. So I tried to use like some relatively small pieces for this job. Let's see, I think I would like to use some of this. I had to find my tear guide because I want to use my tear guide for this job. So this is a little bit of a collage job. Let's see. Uh-oh, I lost him. Where did he go? Hey, I don't know where he went. Oh, here he is. He fell down by my keyboard. Okay. And let's see. Let's do this edge too, because he doesn't fit in with everybody else. And I have some blue lace here. So you can kind of see the flowers behind it. This would have been a good job for some sewing. I'm always trying to figure out a way to sew things. Let's see. Maybe have that hang down a little bit. Kind of give it kind of that layering effect. And before we do that, you know what we have to do. Gonna give it a little edge love. Just a bit. I kind of don't like the rick-racketyness of that, but that's alright. It's too late. It's going to be a bit too short. Forgot to close my glue back up. Alright, so now, there we go. So that's a nice little cluster. So essentially we're making clusters again. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the paper clips in a second. Okay, I think that's good enough for that. And we're going to attach with a few paper clips. Alright, so that is that one. Okay, so let's put some paper clips on now. Let me move this stuff out the way. Put you back over here for now. I'm trying to stay a tidbit organized, just a tidbit, because this place could get out of control like really fast. Alright, glue should sit over here. You guys sit there. Let me put you all back over here. Putting everybody back in their home. Okay. And now we need, you can use like scrap paper for this piece also, but I usually just use the index cards instead of going to look for more scraps. Don't ask me why. All right, so we got these. And so the only thing I'm going to do, this is a very easy piece. All right, so that's the top. And I just want to make sure that that I cut my piece so that it's going to be kind of well within the parameters of the edges here. And it's not going to be hanging off or anything. I can cut some more off. Like that. It doesn't matter which side you use because it's a paper clip and you're not going to see that part anyway. And then I'm going to use, I don't know, should I use a big paper clip or should I use a little paper clip? I'm going to use a big paper clip. And then when I put the paper clip on, I leave just a little bit of a lip up here at the top to decide where I want it. Okay, that's the top. And I'm going to glue down the smallest end. So the shortest end, I'm going to glue in. Hey, Paula. Thanks for coming on. And so I want the longest end towards me, because that's the part that's going to get paper clipped onto the paper. Now you can use some hot glue for this job. I didn't feel like pulling out my hot glue gun. I haven't used my hot glue gun in so long. Let's see. And then I'm going to use the Aleene's Tacky glue. Yeah. And I'm going to put some glue all the way to the edge. I even put glue on the paper clip. You have some time to work with it, so it's not a frightening process at all. Not stressful at all. Okay. And then I guess it would be better if I was looking at what I was doing. So let's put this down this way. Just gonna put it down. And you want your paper clip to be in the middle and just press the edges down. And then you just want to wait until it's dry before you use it, but pretty much that's it. Paper clip done. I'm just pressing it down to make sure it's all nice and set. And it depends on your preference on how you want your piece to sit. I always have my paper clip come up just a teeny bit, so when you put it on the page, it'll kind of sit down from the top of the page, if that makes sense. And then, so that paper clip is done. So let's do some more. I'll go ahead and turn these over. Because actually, this is a pretty quick process. If you were doing like the same paper clips over and over again, it's definitely very easy. So I'll use this piece over here. And don't really care about the shape. I just want to make sure it's enough to hold the paper clip on. But if you don't like wonky pieces, you can measure it if you like, but I'm not going through all that trouble. I'm just telling you that. I'm going to use a little paper clip for this one. Let's see how a little paper clip looks. All right, and remember, we're going to glue the small end of the paper clip to the piece. So, see, that's the small end there. That's the long one. So the small end we're going to glue down here. And I want this up higher. And what I'm going to do, see that little hole? I'm going to put the paper clip so the hole is, you won't be able to see it from the front, but you'll be able to see it in the back. I know I'm not really explaining it, but I think y'all get it. Hey Tanya, how's it going today? How are you all doing today? What are you working on? What are you all working on? What are you finishing? Okay, let's put that down here. Almost missed the mark already. And if you get glue all over the place in the back, you can just wipe it up. No mistakes here. You can't make any mistakes. I'm going to try to press it down until it's set. Just set, not dry, but it's starting to set up. It doesn't take long. And see, you can't see the paper clip from this side where that little hole is. And I could like run some string or something through there if I wanted to, but you know, I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay, so that one's good to go. We'll put that one over to the side. Let's do this one. And this one. And see, no measurements. Just go for what you know. Alright, so the bigger one, I'm going to put like a bigger paper clip on. And a little, well, that one could do a big paper clip. I think they all can. I just like big paper clips anyway. I always have. I used to work in this office, and my supervisor, she would always order teeny tiny paper clips, and it would drive me crazy because I always wanted like the big paper clips. I'm like, why are you trying to put stuff down with them little tiny, hold things together with tiny paper clips? It drove me nuts, but she loved the little paper clips, so we compromised. She would get like big paper clips and little paper clips, and that made everybody happy, which was me and her. Because I was like second in command, so as long as we were happy, we didn't care about anybody else. It was all about the ladies. Oh, that's kind of cool, Paula. Paula's going to be doing an album in a box. I bet that's going to be lovely when you get finished. You know what? I don't think I have any kind of albums. Even my photo albums, they don't really look like they're complete or anything. Because I've never been like a scrapbooker or anything. Which that is totally a whole nother crafting rabbit hole to go down. I'll just straighten this up. But I tried doing a little bit of scrapbooking, but it's like something, I don't know, something about scrapbooking. It's like something you feel like you have to keep up with when you're trying to keep up with your memories and stuff like that. It kind of drove me a little bit crazy. So I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Let me junk journal instead. It's almost like scrapbooking. Because you can or you don't have to use your pictures, and you can or you cannot put a note on there. So it's kind of the same thing. It's a different form of scrapbooking, I guess. All right. I put a lot of glue on here too, because I want to make sure they stay. All right. And the paper clip. I really didn't have the energy to work on the journal today. She had no energy. So, but I had enough energy to come on and do some paper clips. Because I've been wanting to do those anyway. All right, let's do this one. And I'll probably continue on with the paper clips until I make my quota for the day while I'm watching TV. I'm actually watching Lucifer on Netflix because I missed a few seasons. I don't know if they got canceled or not. I'm gonna have to check on that. I like Lucifer. When people hear the name Lucifer, they think it's something demonic or something, but it's like that show is totally not that way at all. I don't know if any of you watch that, Lucifer. Don't be afraid. It's almost like a dark kind of comedy crime show. I actually laughed out loud at some of the parts today. I really like that one. I might want to make some more like that. See, I got some ideas. So this is what we've made so far here. I don't know why I feel I have something in my throat. Move that out of the way. It's casting a shadow. So I might go back in this one since it has that little hole and maybe put like a see if I can tie a string, make a little bow. That would be nice. Or I can kind of cover that up. Let's see. I have all kinds of little pieces of material on my desk. I guess this will kind of benefit from a button or something. So these are those. I want to do a different, like a small version that's not really collage. And I took out, I actually was using these bags to organize some of my ephemera that was sitting on my desk because it was a little bit ridiculous. And I'm actually looking for something in particular. Oh, here we go. I'm looking for my Scrabble letters because these make really nice paper clips all on their own. So I'm just gonna, and I don't care what the letter is. Oh, I almost lost my ink pad there. Let's do a few of these before we shove off for the evening. I'm probably just gonna veg out for the rest of the evening. She needs a mental break. No thinking break. And I like putting like these little pieces all throughout the journal. All right, focus, get it together, focus, get it together. All right, let me put these back in here because you know what's going to happen. She's going to forget. And I'm going to have another cleaning fiasco like I did today. All right, so I'm going to use some small paper clips for this one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are going to be some quick paper clips because I'm not putting anything else on these, just the letters. And then, where are these strings coming from? You'd think I was sewing. I think it's a sign. Somebody's trying to tell me you need to do some sewing. You need to do sewing, Lizzie. Let's see if that's going to be too big. Yep. Cut that down just a scotch. We still need enough to go around the paper clip, but I've done this before, so I know it can work. All right, let's put the paper clip on, and just remember the small side is going to get glued down. I'll try to put this in the middle as best I can. And then we got the top, so it's going to go on like this. So let's get our glue. This is easier to work with bigger paper clips. But since this is so small, we don't want to put a big paper clip on here, because the paper clip's going to be hanging all over the place. Wait a minute, we need some more glue. We didn't give our edges good love on this one. Okay. And glue it on. And just try to make sure the paper clip is straight. So you have some time to move things around and not just press it in. And that's how the back looks. And that's how the front looks. And that's a paper clip, a little letter paper clip. And these look really, really nice. I'm going to show you how it looks. Hold on for a second. I'll show you a journal that I did these in. Here. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. Move some of this stuff. Let's see. And I'll show you all how these smaller paper clips look. Actually, see, we have one here, but I actually have it attached to another paper clip. So I have these all throughout. Isn't that lovely? I love the Scrabble letters. Here's one. That's kind of cool, huh? So that's how those look. I just wanted to, you can see how the finished product is, because they don't look like much when they're by themselves, but they do when you put them in your journal. Thanks, Paula. I love these too. That's a different journal than the one that we're working on. I actually had started working on that one before. The one that I've been working on with you all. Okay, let's see. So that'll fit on that. And this will fit on this. And we need one more piece. So let me take a piece of this one. Okay. All right, looks good. Let's put our paper clips on. And our paper clip here. And our paper clip here. And then let's get our glue. I guess you could hold this with a some tweezers too, because these little pieces are hard to They're hard to get a grip on. You're definitely gonna get some glue on your hands. Alright, we got glue all over the place on this one. Let's give it a little bit of a wipe up here. We went a little crazy. And for me, it's alright if the paper clip is over the top a little bit. And the edge that you see right there is actually, it's going to be on the back page anyway. So you'll only see this part up here. Alright, so that's that one. Next. Just trying to make sure this is kind of situated correctly. I was going to try to do my nails before I came on, but I waited too long. I was like, this place will be a mess if I try to do my nails and do a project like this where you really have to be using your nails. Okay, and then this one here. It's kind of a quick process, but I'm really taking my time. She's really taking her time. Well, good thing that fell the right way. I guess you should protect your surfaces too. I don't really care about, this is just some contact paper on here. I don't really care about it getting all grungy and stuff. I like the grunginess of it, the paint and the markers and stuff on it. But I don't want to have glue all over the place. That's for show. Okay, okay, okay. All right, little letter. Kind of moving the paper where I need it to be. Get some of this glue off my hand. If you don't like getting glue on your hand, this is not a job for you. This is not a craft for you. You gotta find a different craft if you don't like your hands getting dirty. Which normally I don't, but I like crafting, so I deal with it. I can deal. Alright, so let's see how many we made, because we are at an hour now. So we have 4 of those, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we did 10. So probably, it might not take me an hour to do another one, but do 10 more. But that's 10 for my project 20 for today. So when I'm offline, I will make some more. Let's get closer and take a peek. Let's get our focus going, right? Okay, so we can really look at them. All right, so there's a few of the letters. Here's some more. Don't forget, before you leave, please give this video a thumbs up if you like these type of videos, of course. And you can leave a comment if you're coming on the replay. Just know that we recorded this live, but you're always welcome to leave a comment below and let me know what you think. All right, here's 2 more. So all of these are like very different, actually. That's the top of that one. They're very different, but they look fantastic. And then we have these. So let's take, let me take my little work notebook out here and see how they look on the edges. Let's go up. I can't hardly move because I have so much stuff on this desk. Alright, I'm just going to stick it on the edge and see how it looks. Do I find it difficult to sell on Etsy? No. I've been selling on Etsy for a few years now. You just like anything else, you just have to work at it. depending on what you sell, it may take you some time for things to start rolling out, but it's not hard to sell on Etsy. Just don't get on the bandwagon with the people that complain about Etsy, because Etsy has their fees they don't charge as much fees as the other outlets like eBay and Amazon. I mean, each one has their pros and cons. Etsy has its cons as well, but I actually have 2 shops over on Etsy. So I have a vintage shop, and then I have the journals too. So technically, I could save my paper clips in the book. You can have a paperclip book. I know that's not a novel idea, but I just thought of it myself. I'm sure somebody else already thought of that. But yep, I say go for it. It doesn't hurt. It's pretty cheap to get started on Etsy. So if you want to start an Etsy shop, I say go for it. See how the letters look? You can see how everything looks too. Let's put these letters at the bottom. I just wanted to see how they looked on the page. I'm just playing now. Let's put it on this side here. Let me move this box. I got a big box here. It's taking up too much space. Here we go. Now, put this on here. Get on here a little piece. There we go. You're trying to give me a hard time. And we have one more piece. One more piece. Ta-da! Okay, there we go. Now, so these are all the pieces that we made. Doesn't look like a lot, but once I do my other 10, it's going to be quite a lot. And I can use a few of them in the books that I'm making right now. So I am going to go ahead and shove off. I want to thank everyone who came on with me today. And I quite enjoyed this little project. And I'm definitely going to be doing more paper clips as well. As you can see, this is a good way to use your scraps as well. And then also, if you have die cuts, you can use those, and you can kind of zhuzh up your die cuts like I did the butterflies. They were just ordinary die cuts as well. So I am going to shove off until tomorrow, hopefully. And I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. You can check out the shop over at pleasantcreations.com and pick up some of your supplies there to do this little project that we did today as well. So thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Paula. And also Scrap Craftastic, which is Rachel and Wendy. LL and Brenda. Also Crafty Cat and Roberta, because Roberta was on real early. Thank you all for coming on, and I will see you all on the next video. Have a wonderful evening. Love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life.